college is like nothing. It's a day on the beach. A college degree and $1 will get you 4 quarters. I like to say a college degree is a measure of persistence and that you can read or write at the 12th grade level. This is my College Sucks lecture. This lecture is well known by former students and other people. And it will give you a sense of where you are and why college sucks and what it means for the United States and why public policy is driving it. All my students get jobs all the time, and good jobs, $40,000 to $70,000 a year jobs. Or they go and teach for America, or they go in the Peace Corps. They leave this program with the skill base they need to succeed. And a lot of it is because I put them out in the real world for experience, get them as much out of the classroom as possible, which is like the faculty starts foaming at the mouth. I had a history professor in a meeting say, we don't want Maxwell to have a requirement for community service. Even though management does, okay, but the Maxwell School of Citizenship, no, or the College of Arts and Science, no, and we try to get it through. And this history professor says, we have enough trouble teaching them history. We don't need them running around society. Okay? And by the way, he's a left-winger who does a lot of stuff in society. So they're very, very conservative when it comes to undergraduate education, even though they're left-wingers in the real world. Don't really get it. I would call it hypocrisy. Many, many jobs in this country are going unfilled that require skill and semi-skilled labor because everybody's going to college to read John Locke or whatever you read, okay? For what? I don't get it. 65% of graduates have debt. Average debt is $25,250, which, by the way, for those of you who refuse to think about this, and I have students in my office all the time, are you going to have debt when you leave college? I don't know. Or, yeah, I think so. Well, how much? Oh, I don't know. Because their mommy and daddy are taking care of it. $25,000 in debt is $250 a month for 10 years. That's a car payment. So go to college, get this debt, have no car. What about if you took the $250,000 and put it in a mutual fund and invested it wisely? If you have a good investment advisor, there's a good chance you'd end up with, after 4 years, maybe $350, and then 10 or 12 years later, $800,000. Hello, $800,000. You're only going to, on average, make $2 million over your entire lifetime, okay, in a job, on average. I think there is a value to college, and I think we sort of agree on that. The problem is a lot of students aren't willing to use the value, and they're paying $250,000, or their parents are, or the government is. I am. The taxpayers are paying for these people. Okay, I'm sick of it. Now there's another problem here. Do college students learn anything? Most employers say they're not happy with college graduates. They're losers. In addition to having weak skills, they're also lazy and entitled, and it's not good enough. Their job's not good enough for them. They're not stimulated. And college has done that. I mean, if you take somebody and put them in this environment, which is an upper middle class environment, where you can go and exercise and do this and eat fatty foods and go skiing and whatever, drink all the time, drugs, okay? You're in this environment that has made you basically a spoiled brat. And now a big company wants to hire you and have you do Excel spreadsheets all the time. And first, most of you don't even know Excel because colleges don't think that's important. And second, because you're a big baby. You want to be stimulated. I don't want to sit at a computer all the time for $65,000 a year. Hello, doesn't make any sense, except you're all spoiled brats, right? Now, I know some of you are very good, and don't take this personally, but they just print all this crap and you buy it, like get an MBA and you'll have so many options. No, you'll have an option on how you're going to pay your debt off. One more thing, which really bugs me. You're stigmatized if you don't have a college degree, if you're not a college graduate. You're stigmatized because the parents have inculcated. The culture is, that's disgusting. That is so disgusting. And I know people whose lives have been ruined by their drive to get that college degree and not to get what they really need in college or out of college. I think most professors want you to learn stuff, which is scholarly stuff, and really to become scholars. And I don't think that's a bad thing. And those of you who want to go into that profession, what 0.5% of you there are, okay, that's okay. But you should be in classes where you're developing your skills and you're getting outside experience. And it shouldn't be 120 credits. That 120 credits thing is disgusting. That's just a financial arrangement to get 4 years of money out of you. How many of your 120 credits are valued? How many courses did you take that are valued? Half? I wouldn't even say half, right? It's like, TV cable packages. Got 150 cable TV stations. I watch like 7 of them. Same exact thing with a college degree. Most of it is to fill up your time and get your $250,000. And if you're lucky, it'll be subsidized by me, the taxpayer. I really love that. And by the way, you're going to love it too when you're 30 and 35 and 40. Here's my policy proposals. First, no financial aid for students who aren't going to jobs where there's shortages. Science majors should be heavily subsidized. Social science and humanities, not really. If you're going to give money for college, give it as a workforce policy to enhance the workforce. And most of the money should be going to technical programs in community colleges, not to these 4-year programs. Acquire accountability for learning outcomes, that's a big thing. We want to know what they learn. I don't like this one. I don't like this. It implies they're going to learn knowledge. Knowledge is not useful. Why do we care? We want them to develop skills. How do we measure that? We can't. We can't. It's up to each of you to develop and measure your own skills. Provide grants to college that give a lot of credit for extensive community. Like literacy core. Hello, you should get 3 credits for that every semester. You're learning more in literacy core about education and the education system and psychology and politics and sociology and maybe a sense of ethics and everything than you're learning in your classes. But no, we can't give credit because we're paying you money. Where does that make sense? Give more credit for job. See, what I'd like to see is half your credits be based on what you do outside the classroom, in jobs and in volunteer work. I was like you when I was 16. I went to college because I thought I'd get a good job. Okay? What? I graduated a year early. So I go to my first class. It's an English class. And what is he teaching me? Chaucer. How many know what Chaucer is? Chaucer's some medieval, or post-medieval, I don't even know, who wrote in Old English, so you couldn't even understand it because he didn't finish his consonants. Okay? And I'm saying, why am I learning Chaucer? I wrote an article on this. Why am I learning Chaucer? Because the professor wants to make me a scholar. So that was a wake-up call for me. Who asked me that? You? That was a wake-up call, and I vowed when I was 16, which was a long time ago, I'm going to change this. This has been my life mission to fix this. This is why I've joined the evil institution, to undermine it. College sucks unless you read this book and develop the skills in this book. And moreover, get one of these, which is free on 3cskills.org, and put it over your bed. So when you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing you see, assuming you're lying on your back. If you're lying on your stomach, put it on the side so you can look at it then. Thank you and good luck. Well, see you later.